Hey guys, it's Kendrick from Providence Tarot coming to you with your weeklies, okay? For the week of April 1st through the 7th, okay? Happy April Fools. So you guys, we all got the Five of Cups that popped out from the deck as I was shuffling it, pre-shuffling it. So some of us are experiencing some regret in terms of something that we were emotionally connected to, right? Something that we were committed to at a point in time. But this is talking about changes occurring, and it might be, you know, a dampened pride or a dampened ego, a dampened heartfelt feeling, but you just need to turn around and look forward towards the future and make the choice to choose, coming out of this and transforming from this feeling. It's showing you the good and the bad, right? And that's echoed by the actual Hierophant card here, which is the ruler of that card. It's saying, take the good with the bad. Create those healthy boundaries for yourself. Show yourself that level of respect that you know you need. Venus is really involved this season, and so is Aries, okay? Thanks, everybody. Aries, your card this week from the Morgan Greer deck is the Hangman at the top of the reading. The last reading that I did was for Scorpio, and this was at the top of their reading. So Aries, are you dealing with some, Taurus. Aries, are you dealing with some Taurus energy? There's a Taurus around you, and you might be feeling like a little bit of regret from that. You might be feeling a little bit of resentment. There might be some pain going on. Also, listen to your dreams, okay? Listen to what your subconscious is telling you. It's also telling you that maybe it's not the right moment to make the move yet. Maybe there needs to be a turn of events that takes place before you know when the right moment is. Or maybe you just need to be divinely inspired, because the Neptune does rule the Hangman, and that is Pisces. So it's talking about your subconscious. It's very watery. Mercury is there, and it's stationed retrograde or stationed direct. So now that it's going direct, maybe in that place of communication, your subconscious will be really clear to you now, okay? Moving forward, Aries, listen to your dreams. Listen to your subconscious. Listen to everything. Taurus, your card this week from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck is the Two of Cups. This is Venus in Cancer, okay? And Venus is a planetary ruler of yours, and right now she is in Pisces, so she's in that watery energy. This is you choosing to be more compassionate towards other people. This is you choosing to be receptive and also allowing other people to open up to you, right? You have that mothering energy because the moon is exalted in your sign, and you have a relationship to Cancer in that way. So this is a really beautiful card. It's an understanding of what is going to bring about more balance and more harmony. What's going to bring about a level of understanding that you can find fulfillment in. You know, Taurus, I feel like you are definitely transforming emotionally. You're evolving emotionally, because Cancer is talking about making these emotional evolutions, right? Changes, things happening, fluctuations. Also, understand what your body might be communicating to you as well. Listen to the subconscious, okay? It's all about communication. Gemini, your card this week from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck is the Hermit, a fellow Mercury-ruled sign. This is talking about going over the details of something and understanding something, through and through. The nines are talking about completions, right? Completions of something that might have been a part of your routine at one point. This is also telling you to look at what you're doing to your body in terms of how you are processing things in your body. What kind of things are you putting into your body? It's you bringing awareness to, just an overwhelming sense of wanting to see a situation through. You want to see something progress, and you want to see something be produced. You might be trying to produce something. Whatever it is that you're trying to produce, definitely see it through to that energy of taking advantage of this opportunity to understand what this is teaching you. There's some wisdom to be gained out of this experience, right? And it's talking about adapting to changes. Yes, material changes, substantially. Physical things, right? Cancer, your card this week from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck is the Ten of Swords. I don't know if you got this card in one of your readings. You might want to check your monthly reading. It's up on the YouTube channel. But this is talking about, an opportunity to see that a situation has ended for you, or you wanting to see your way out of a situation. This is Sun in Gemini, and the Sun is a fixed planet. In Gemini, this is saying that you might be really just fixed on a thought and understanding over a period of time, right? It's fluctuations, definitely, and accumulation. situations. So there's been a lot going on in terms of like worry, and now you really are exhausted from your worry and you want to stop everything. It's almost kind of like this situation is over, and you understand that there is a better day. There is a brighter day moving forward. You know that with this risk of something ending comes another opportunity. So you're willing to make this change, and you're really willing to adapt and change your perspective, right? Communicate. Leo, what's going on for you this week? Morgan Greer? Yes. You got the strength card, honey. So this is talking about understanding that there's going to be a level of finesse that you're going to have to be committed to in order to create what it is that you want to create. You know what I mean? And the strength card is talking about, understanding that, there are going to be hard times, there are going to be good times, there are going to be, ups, downs, ins, outs. It is related to, the Hierophant, and it also is kind of related to the Empress as well. She kind of is a very youthful Empress, right? And it's the belief systems and the things that she believes in her heart that are really going to get her to that place that she wants to get to, right? It's talking about will, it's talking about creativity, but it also is talking about the acknowledgement of your weaknesses, which is also going to bring about courage, because then you show yourself a part of yourself that you didn't see before, right? It's beautiful. Virgo, let's see what we're talking about this week with you from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. A new opportunity, right? This could be a change of focus in terms of a feeling, right? This could be something, that has to do with career as well. It could be career or love, or this could be you just understanding another part of yourself, right? Because the sun is in Aries. It was just in Pisces, which I just got a message from a Pisces talking about late. Okay, go somewhere, boy. But you might be dealing with the Pisces, actually, and you might be thinking like, actually, I want to start something with you in that sense. Or this could just be you coming into a new feeling, right, that you feel good about. And it's a beginning, so you feel very optimistic about it, and this is kind of you understanding what this can bring about for you. It can go in any direction from this point, Virgo. It's all what you make it, okay? Perspective as well. Acknowledgement. Libra, what is your card this week from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck? Let's see. Ooh, King of Swords. Okay, so this is definitely you standing in a power of being like, clear in your perspective and your understanding of yourself, right? Because this is a king, so he deals with domain, like self-domain, right? And this is talking about, he's related to the emperor in that sense, just as the queens are related to the empress. So this is talking about you standing firm in some, some sensibility, just being logical about who you are, right? This is clarity of the mind. This is trust. This is truth. This is also understanding. This is also wanting to be clear to somebody about how you feel about something, right? And it probably might even come from, a heartfelt place. It's Aquarius, so it really is thinking outside of the box. It has an influence of Uranus here, and it also has an influence of Saturn, which are both in earth signs right now, so these are substantial matters. Scorpio, what's going on? I hit the button and it didn't want to start. What's going on with you this week from the Morgan Greer? Completion, honey. It's 21. It's the world. So that's related to the Empress as well. So it's talking about cycles completing. And it's also talking about the cycle completing and actually understanding a different way of doing things, right? It's almost like you've gradually gotten to this point that you have to go beyond now. It's you going beyond now, a point, right? You're being tested as well. This is also talking about karmic debts being paid off. So maybe some things have been happening and you've been feeling like these major endings have been taking place, because this is a card that is, major arcana, and it's talking about endings and cycles. That's going to continue to happen throughout your life, right? It's just really what you make of it. Everything is what you make of it. Turn something into something, right? Jesus turned water into wine. We can turn, who turned something into gold? I can't remember, but you doing that. Scorpio. Sagittarius. Okay, signs, Beyonce. I'm gonna have to do something with that. Let's see what your card is from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck this week. Honey. Endings too. You and Scorpio. What's going on? You got a Scorpio, you ending things with Sagittarius. What's going on there? Okay, so the death card is talking about finding strength and power in understanding where your weaknesses lie, right? Within understanding, you know, that things end, right? Things have to die. So that's kind of like you're vulnerable to that, to knowing that something is looming, right? Something is ending. You might be feeling like something is ending and it may have not ended yet because you've been holding on to it because you have felt like some kind of pain in releasing it, or maybe you feel bad about letting it go. But this is saying that you need to let it go and you need to feel good about letting it go. Whatever that thing is, you have an overwhelming sense of what is going to need to take place, awareness, in order for you to create something new. And something has to die for you to do that. Capricorn, what's going on with you this week from the Morgan Grid Tarot deck? The Page of Cups. Okay, so you are learning lessons in love. You are understanding new truths about the way you feel in terms of a situation that you might be learning from, right? You might be karmically tied to something you feel like you might feel like you're intuitively tied to something, right? And this is kind of like energy that you normally don't work in because this is water. And you're known for kind of being like dry and just kind of like all about the work, you know? So you really are being faced with something. You know, I pulled a card for a Capricorn this week and she got the moon. So you all might be just going through some feelings, right? You're in your feelings about something. You need somebody to understand you. You know, on the outside, everything looks great. But on the inside, something is really going on. You know what I mean? You might even be putting up a front, you know, because it is talking about, you know, you go to these places to escape from the reality, but when you go back to your actual reality, you're like dressed up, so you still are escaping from it. You know what I mean? Venus is exalted in your sign and she's there. Or not there, but she's in Pisces. Capricorn, I'm going to have to give you an extra one because I just fucked up and said something that I didn't really mean to say. But what I'm saying is, this card reminds me of Pisces right now, and Venus is in Pisces, and Venus is known for, you know, putting things on and making things beautiful. So you might be putting things on and dressing things up to make them look beautiful, Capricorn, but really on the inside, you're going through an emotional struggle that you're having to learn from, and it's like growing pains. You know what I mean? And you might be feeling victimized by your experience and vulnerable to what is being exposed to you about yourself. You know what I mean? Or this just could be like things, you know, it could be exposing. It could even have to do with luxuries. It could have to do with money and how you support yourself. Maybe there are things that are, you know, coming up to you inside and you're understanding them and it's really, you know, teaching you and you're learning from it, but it don't feel good. And that's okay. A trusted friend is definitely there to talk to you, right? Reach out to somebody, right? Change this phase of feeling distraught. Aquarius, what's going on with you? From the Morgan Grid Tarot deck, you got the moon in Cancer, which is the Four of Cups. So this is talking about the awareness that you need, right? You need to attain some level of emotional security for yourself. And it may have to do with leadership. This could be like you feeling a little bit vulnerable, emotional vulnerable within a leadership position that you might be in. Somebody might be offering you more responsibility within a leadership you know, more leadership within your responsibility, and you may not be feeling good about taking it because you feel like intuitively there might be something there that you don't really want to agree to. You know what I mean? That you don't want to initiate. This is talking about, you know, see if something can work for you and understanding if there's some way to make it sort of to achieve balance. This is saying that you can do whatever you want to do, really. It's talking about confidence and moving forward, really, and letting something happen. Pisces, your card for this week from the Morgan Grid Tarot deck is the Emperor. And I was just talking about this with Aquarius because Aquarius got the Four of Cups, which is Cancer, but it's a 4, okay? So it's related to the Emperor. And the Emperor is looking over at that 4. So Pisces, are you dealing with an Aquarius? Are you having to take some leadership roles in terms of an Aquarius that you might be dealing with? You know what I mean? There is some harsh truths that you might have to be facing. Or you could just be, you know, being the one in whatever situation that you're in, and you might be showing more leadership qualities. It could have to do with work. It could have to do with you like having to step up to the plate and be the leader for a moment, you know what I mean? While other people step back and watch you, you know, prove yourself and declare like your identity and who you are in terms of like being able to be on top, that type of thing, Pisces. You're trying to be on top. Na 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 na.